Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Captain Marvel. Now, this is the latest version of Captain Marvel to come to the contest. We call her Captain Marvel Movie or Captain Sparkles for reasons that you will see during the gameplay later. So first, let's take a look at her synergy bonuses. Now, that first synergy bonus is pretty nice. She'll go unstoppable for 4 seconds when entering binary ignition. However, this second synergy is where all the fun is. This is the best synergy, in my opinion, for Captain Marvel. So, reading here, each energy charge lasts an additional 1 second while in binary ignition. So you might say, okay, well, that's nice, but how does that make this the best synergy? Well, let's switch over to Nick's synergies. All right, here we are. And the one that we want to see is this one right here, contingency plan. This applies to all champions. If Nick is alive, all Fury buffs have 20% increased duration, including his own. That is huge for Captain Marvel movie. Okay, that is crazy good. All right, let's get back. All right, so now let's take a look at her abilities. So her signature ability, binary durability. While binary ignition is active, Captain Marvel gains an indestructible buff for 10 seconds. That increases based on her signature level. So you want to get her level up. You want to max it out as quickly as possible. It'll make things so much nicer for you, okay? This ability can be activated again after 42-second cooldown. I believe that decreases as the signature ability increases. Okay, so it'll last longer and you'll have a faster cooldown the higher your sig level. But don't quote me on that, but I believe that is the case. All right, and the indestructible buff and half of Captain Marvel's energy charges are removed when struck by a special attack. Okay, so here's her passive. She's immune to poison. This super strength allows her to inflict an armor break on the opponent when hitting into their block or just hitting them with a light or medium attack. You have 15% chance to do that. If you intercept your opponent, you'll inflict an armor break. And if you strike with a heavy while the opponent is charging or executing a heavy attack, it removes all armor up effects and inflicts stun for 2.5 seconds. That's a nice little bit of utility in case you need it. Now, her energy absorption. She gains persistent charges by blocking physical attacks and when struck by energy attacks. Any energy charges that Captain Marvel ends a fight with persist between fights, and she can have a max of 25 stacks. Now, that is actually pretty important because the first fight with Captain Marvel is going to be building up. But if you do it just right, you'll start every fight with a lot of charges, and it's just going to make those fights go so much quicker, okay? A well-timed block, or a parry, as we say, will give an additional energy charge. And at the start of the fight, she will gain 2% of her max power for each energy charge she has. And remember, they're persistent. So you're looking for a railroad, just choo-choo going through. All right, now if she's up against a Mystic champion, that can be a painful time for her because she suffers damage when energy charges are generated. Okay, now here's her binary ignition. This is where all the fun lies. So there's a couple of ways to go into binary ignition. If you get at least 10 charges, then you can dash back whole block for 1.2 seconds, or if you're knocked down, then all your debuffs are going to be purified and you'll go into binary ignition. Okay? she also goes into binary ignition automatically at 25 charges. Now, there's a reason you might want to do that right off, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So while in binary ignition, she doesn't generate any energy charges, and each charge lasts about 1.2 seconds. She also gains a permanent fury buff, and this increases her attack. And she also gains a permanent fury buff, increasing her attack for every 5 stacks of energy charges that she has. And all fury buffs are removed when energy charges fall to 0. So you want to maintain your energy charges so that you can maintain your fury. All right? And damaging energy debuffs increase the duration of energy charges by 1 second. All of this is while she's in binary ignition. The chance to inflict an armor break, remember it was 15%. Well, when in binary ignition, it increases to 60%. You also will deal an additional 30% of the damage dealt as burst energy damage when striking an opponent with an armor break debuff. And you remember we talked earlier about the different ways of getting an armor break. It's very easy. You can intercept them, hit into their block, or just by hitting them light, medium attacks. And landing heavy attacks while in binary ignition generates 3 energy charges. So that can help you, especially if they're stunned, to maintain your energy charges so that you don't go down to 0. And here are her special attacks. Okay, special attack 1 generates 3 energy charges. The beams deal true damage. And if you fire this off while you're in binary ignition, those beam attacks are unblockable, but it expends 2 energy charges instead. Special attack 2, they're going to be stunned for 2 seconds. However, if you're in binary ignition mode, this stun lasts for 3.5 seconds instead. The beams, just like in special attack 1, deal true damage. And same thing, the beam attacks are unblockable, but this time in special attack 2, it'll expend 4 energy charges instead. Just something to be aware of because you don't want your charges to fall to 0. And special attack 3, it generates 10 energy charges. Great. A great way to end a fight because remember, it'll persist to the next fight. And you will gain a power gain buff that generates 40% of your max power over 10 seconds. She sounds pretty impressive. So let's take her around town and see if we can show her a good time. All right, so rather than go into Realm of Legends, I decided to take her out for a spin in Act 4. So we're going to go ahead and play around with Maestro. I have not fought him in a little while now, especially not the Act 4 version. So this is my first time using Captain Marvel here, outside of Arena, that is. And so what I'm going to do, just from what I understand, is build up those charges. Okay, so parry, you see they're building up. And just try to get up to 25. Okay, I don't want to be in that corner like that. Go back a little bit. Okay. And the reason that you want to go to 25 is because you get... There we go. Oh, wow. Still stunned me. Okay. Enough of that, Hulk. I don't know what I was doing over there. Okay. That was sloppy, but again, that was my first time. And you'll notice that I have 5 Furies. That is why I wanted to get the 25 charges rather than, letting it go to just 10 charges and going into binary ignition there. Ambush. I don't really remember this at all. Okay, nope, that's not the Captain Marvel we want. Okay, so we're going in here with 6 persistent charges. Okay. See if we can't build up again. You see it said binary ready as soon as I hit 10 charges. Okay, so we're just doing too busy looking at her charges and not watching the fight here. Okay, get a couple more parries. Come on, one more. There we go. And that fight's down. And let's move on. Starting to get a little bit more of a feel for this. All right, let's see here. Got some more. And bear in mind, I am running suicides as well. Okay. Let's see, get another one. There we go. That was nice. See how much faster that one went? I was already almost at 25 charges. Very, very nice. All right. Now, my alliance leader has her as a 5-star, rank 5, and loves her. Okay, come on. There we go. There it is. I was trying to fire off a heavy, but I did a little too much damage. But yeah, I can see why he likes her. If I had her at 565, oh man. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay. There we go. We're already there. And you see we're indestructible. No damage, no damage. Boom, boom. And it's over with. That is just too much fun right there. Okay. And you can see why her signature ability is so important. Because that indestructible will last longer. And the fight may not last that long. So you basically just do crazy damage without being hurt. Okay. Don't know what happened there, but whatever. Let's get more charges up. I don't know what's going on with the parries. For some reason, I'm just not getting the parries. Okay. There we go. Boom, boom. All right. Not too worried about it. I've got too many health potions expiring. All right. Yep. And I can't do anything about those things there. All right. Let's go. See what we got. Okay, we need one more. And it's off to the races. Boom, boom. And she's down. I really do like her. That Nick Fury synergy is beast mode as well. All right, we're getting there. We're getting to him. Let's see what we got here. Trying to remember, was it 20 that we left off at before? Yep. Okay. Get a little bit. There we go. I'm indestructible now. And it's over with. So quick. And safe. I can see a lot of utility with her. A lot. I definitely see why she is so liked. Work in progress, shout out to you as well. Work in progress, as well as my alliance leader, have championed her big time. They both are in full-blown love with this girl here. All right, here we go. That is just crazy. Oh, I would like to have her as a 5-star. I will take her up. And her prestige, from what I understand, she is a 4. 4th. That is just nuts. All right, let's heal up a little bit. As you can see, I have a bunch. I'll just use these just because they're very easy to farm up. And I got a bunch that are going to expire. Now, let's see how she does against Maestro. And we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing. Try to build up to her binary. One more. Okay. Guess that didn't work. There we go. Ooh-wee. Wow. Well, while it was a little sloppy, as you can see, she got it done. Okay. Well, I think that should do it. I don't know anything else that I want to really showcase. I still have to learn more about her, but just from what I've seen here, she is really, really good. All right. Hopefully you guys have learned something along with me. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. And you all have a blessed day.